The stage lights fade. A grand piano sits alone under a soft blue spotlight, and the unmistakable silhouette of Elton John appears in the haze, a man whose music has shaped generations, whose voice has carried emotions across 5 decades, and whose honesty has become even sharper with age. Now at 78, Elton John has finally decided to reveal the 7 musicians who influenced him, inspired him, and shaped his legendary journey. Some are expected, some are shocking, and all of them hold a special place in Elton's heart. Let's dive in. 1. Ray Charles. The man who opened the door. Elton John has never hidden his admiration for Ray Charles. He calls Ray the foundation of everything I tried to be. Ray's soulful piano, his emotional phrasing, and his ability to blend blues, gospel, and pop gave Elton the musical roadmap he desperately needed as a young man. Elton once admitted, "Ray Charles taught me that you can feel every note you play." To Elton, Ray wasn't just an influence, he was the origin of Elton's musical identity. 2. Aretha Franklin. The queen who could do no wrong. Aretha wasn't just a favorite. Elton worshipped her. The raw fire in her voice, the soulfulness in her delivery, and the power she brought to the stage deeply shaped Elton's ideas about performance. He once confessed, "Aretha's voice could break your heart and rebuild it within the same breath." Every time Elton needed inspiration, he turned to her records. Aretha represented the emotional honesty Elton strived to bring to his own music. 3. The Beatles. The revolutionaries who changed the rules. No list of Elton's inspirations is complete without the Beatles. Elton says they didn't just change music, they changed the world. Their harmonies, their innovation, and their fearless approach to songwriting pushed Elton to explore new sounds. He often praised their ability to evolve with every album. Without the Beatles, Elton said, he would have remained just another piano player. They inspired him to become a songwriter. 4. Billy Joel. The piano brother he never had. Elton John and Billy Joel share a bond that only 2 piano wizards could understand. Elton has called Billy one of the greatest songwriters America has ever produced. The respect runs deep. Billy's storytelling, his New York attitude, and his sharp sense of melody influenced Elton's later songwriting. Their face-to-face tours weren't just concerts, they were 2 giants celebrating each other. 5. Leon Russell. The man Elton idolized. Before Elton became Elton, Leon Russell was already a star, and young Elton studied him like scripture. Leon's gospel rock piano style, his stage charisma, and his soulful writing made him a hero to Elton. When Elton finally collaborated with him decades later, he said, "I owe my career to Leon Russell. This wasn't inspiration, it was gratitude." 6. Nina Simone. The fierce genius. Elton admired Nina Simone not just for her music, but for her fearlessness. She blended classical piano, jazz, soul, and protest music in ways no one else dared. Nina taught Elton that music could be more than entertainment. It could be truth. Her intensity, her phrasing, her boldness, all of it shaped Elton's understanding of artistic courage. 7. Little Richard. The fire that lit rock and roll. This was the musician who made young Elton John stop in his tracks. When Little Richard pounded a piano, it wasn't just music, it was thunder. Elton said, "Little Richard made me want to play rock and roll." The energy, the flamboyance, the wild showmanship. Elton absorbed all of it and transformed it into his own style. Without Little Richard, there would be no Elton John as we know him. As Elton John looks back at his life and legacy at 78, These 7 musicians represent more than influences, they represent the building blocks of his identity. Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, the Beatles, Billy Joel, Leon Russell, Nina Simone, Little Richard. Each of them left a fingerprint on Elton's journey. Each of them contributed to the magic behind songs like Tiny Dancer, Your Song, and Rocket Man. And perhaps the greatest revelation is this: the legend we know as Elton John didn't rise alone, he was lifted by the giants he loved.
Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon.